Holy Vachanamrut, a collection of selected Vachanamrut. Gadhada 1st 20th. Swaminarayan Hare. In 7th 1876, Posh Sud 2nd, Shreeji Maharaj was sitting on a throne made of cushions and pillows outside the veranda of the east-facing rooms at the courtyard of Dada Khachar in Gadhada. A white turban was tied on his head, and a tassel of yellow flowers was dangling from his turban. A garland of yellow flowers was around his neck. A corsage of white and yellow flowers was placed over his ears. A white duvet was covered around him, and he had adorned a scarf with black borders. Before him, ceremonies from scriptures were being recited, and an assembly of Paramhansis and devotees from different regions had gathered. Addressing the assembly, Swamishri Sahajanandji Maharaj then said, "Listen, I wish to ask you all a question." With joint hands, all the devotees said, "Please ask." Shreeji Maharaj continued, "Among all the ignorant people, who is the most ignorant?" Everyone contemplated over the question, but no one was able to answer it. Then Shreeji Maharaj said, "Well, I shall answer." Everyone became glad and said, "Oh Maharaj, only you will be able to answer it properly, so please elucidate." Shreeji Maharaj replied, "The soul that resides within the body looks outwardly at attractiveness and unattractiveness, and also looks at infancy, youth, and old age. As such, he looks at infinite other things. However, the observer does not look at oneself. With complete Bayadrashti, he continues to look at different objects. However, he does not look at oneself, and thus he is the most ignorant among all the ignorant. Moreover, just as he enjoys the visual experiences of innumerable forms through his eyes, he similarly enjoys and experiences sensory pleasures through the indriyas such as ears, skin, tongue, and nose. However, he does not enjoy the bliss of oneself and does not recognize his own form. Such a person is the most ignorant among all the ignorant, the most senseless among all the senseless, the most foolish amongst the fools, and the most wretched amongst all the wretched." At that time, Sukhmuni voiced a doubt. Is it in our own hands to look at our own form? If it is in our own hands, then why would the Jeev remain in such sheer ignorance? Shreeji Maharaj replied, "For one who has satsang, it is within his own hands to see his own soul. Tell me, when has he tried to look at his own soul and not been able to? When that same soul becomes helpless under the influence of Maya, enters the state of dream and deep sleep, he does look inwardly. However, by his own wish, he never looks inwardly to see his own form. Conversely, he who thinks upon the greatness of God and looks inwardly can see his own form to be very bright and lustrous. In the middle of that light, he can see the Pratyaksh Murti of Bhagwan Purushottam and becomes as blissful as Anadimukts. Therefore, whatever deficiencies that exist within a devotee is due to his own laziness." Iti Vachanamrutam, Gadhada 1st 20th.